And the real reason the Browns are gutting their roster? It has everything to do with Shedeur Sanders and a secret plan that's about to blow the NFL wide open. Stay tuned.
All right, Browns owner Jimmy Haslam and GM Andrew Berry with newly head coach Todd Monken continue to make moves to build out this roster. We already know a slew of veterans they are not bringing back. We already know David Njoku gone. A bunch of offensive linemen who are sabotagers gone. There are more veterans, and some of these guys aren't bad players. One of these guys is a really, really good player who I would love to be back on the Cleveland Browns team.
In Cleveland, Micah Parsons, the defensive player of the year, asked Myles Garrett, or I should say that defensive player of the year, if Shedeur was going to be the Browns starting quarterback next season. Here's how he responded.
Do y'all have the guy? Is Shedeur the guy?
That's what we're looking at as a guy. No, we're going to give him a shot to prove that he's a guy. So we're not going to give anyone that title until they go out there and earn it. And he was the last person to be on the field, and he showed some flashes. So we're going to give him an opportunity to show what we can really do, uncork the ball.
A lot of big gets for Parsons on Media Row last week.
Wait, what? The Cleveland Browns just made a move that has the entire NFL world in absolute shock. 2 veteran leaders gone, just like that. And if you thought the Browns were done rebuilding, you haven't seen anything yet. The Shedeur Sanders era is officially here, and what's happening right now in Cleveland is about to change everything. Stick with me, because what I'm about to reveal will blow your mind.
More veterans off of this team. We have to get into this. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. As always, let's get right into things. So we go here to Sports Illustrated. And it says 5 Cleveland Brown veterans who might not be on the roster next season. Here are a few Browns players who might have played their last games in Cleveland. Now, here it says the Browns are facing a crucial offseason with the new head coach Todd Monken coming on board. Several veteran players may not return to the roster. Some players might find themselves wearing...
What's good, football fanatics? You know what? The Cleveland Browns are not playing games anymore. Owner Jimmy Haslam, GM Andrew Berry, and the newly appointed head coach Todd Monken are absolutely gutting this roster, and I mean gutting it from top to bottom. And listen, this isn't just your typical off-season house cleaning. Oh, no. This is a complete demolition, a total reconstruction. The Browns are basically saying, you know what? We're done with mediocrity. We're done with broken promises. It's time to build something real. Let me paint you a picture of what's happening in Cleveland right now. David Njoku? Gone. The tight end who was supposed to be a cornerstone, he's already posted on Instagram saying goodbye. Multiple offensive linemen who were straight up sabotaging the team, deleted. Joe Bitonio, the veteran left guard, long in the tooth as they say. Time's up. Wyatt Teller, the man had the audacity to call out Kevin Stefanski for lying about his injuries. Can you believe that? The coach was saying Teller was hurt when he wasn't even injured. And you know what happened? Teller wanted to play, wanted to actually block for his quarterback, but Stefanski benched him and lied about it. Now Teller's heading to free agency, and he ain't coming back. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. The Browns are now looking at cutting 2 more veterans, and one of these guys, he's actually good, like really good. I'm talking about a player who absolutely balled out this season, a guy who left everything on that field, and they're still considering letting him walk. Let's talk about Devin Bush first. Devin Bush had a magnificent season. This man was out there flying around the field, making tackles, disrupting plays, being an absolute menace on defense. In his second year with the Browns, he proved he's still got it. He proved he's elite. Cleveland would love to keep him, but here's the problem: money. Bush is about to hit free agency, and after the season he just had, he's going to command the bag. We're talking serious money. Big contract, multiple years, the type of deal that makes accountants nervous. And the Browns, they're looking at their books and saying, we can't do it. Why? Because they drafted Carson Sweisinger, the NFL's Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2025. This kid is a stud, and he's on a rookie contract, which means he's cheap. So the Browns are sitting there thinking, why pay Devin Bush $10, $12 million a year when we've got Sweisinger at linebacker making rookie money? It's business. Cold, calculated, ruthless business. And Devin Bush, he's probably going to get paid somewhere else. The Colts might throw money at him, the Falcons might back up the Brinks truck, and Cleveland, they'll watch him walk. But that's not even the craziest part. Jerome Ford, the running back who's been with Cleveland for 4 years, is also on the chopping block. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Browns drafted 2 running backs in 2025. Dylan Samson is coming in as a third down specialist, ready to take over the exact role Jerome Ford has held for years.
I don't know if this Jerome Ford situation changes with the Quinshon Judkins injury. You know, we got some updates on his situation, and maybe things aren't following the timeline that they first anticipated. And he's going to take more time to even get back to the rehabilitation portion of his injury. And maybe that plays a part in Jerome Ford sticking around for a bit. But with Quinshon Judkins and Dylan Samson, Jerome Ford very well could be on his way out as well. So
the question becomes, why keep Jerome Ford when you've got fresh legs, younger talent, and guys on cheaper contracts who performed well as rookies? The answer? You probably don't. But, and this is a massive but, Quinshon Judkins got injured, and the latest updates on his situation? They're not good. The timeline for his return keeps getting pushed back. The rehabilitation is taking longer than expected. His injury is more serious than they initially thought. So maybe, just maybe, Jerome Ford sticks around for a little while longer, because the Browns need depth at running back. But make no mistake, Jerome Ford's days in Cleveland are numbered. Now let's talk about what's really happening here. This isn't just about cutting veterans. This isn't just about saving money or getting younger. This is about preparing for something bigger. This is about clearing cap space, creating roster flexibility, and getting ready for a franchise-altering move. The Shedeur Sanders era. Listen, I know what you're thinking. Shedeur Sanders? To Cleveland? That's crazy. But is it really that crazy? Think about it. Deshaun Watson is coming off the worst season of his career. The contract is an absolute disaster. The Browns are stuck with him financially, but they're not stuck with him on the field. They can move on. They can draft a new face of the franchise. And with Todd Monken now running the show, the same Todd Monken who developed some of the best offenses in the NFL, bringing in a young, dynamic, talented quarterback like Shedeur Sanders makes perfect sense. Shedeur has the arm talent, he has the intelligence, he has the pedigree, and most importantly, he has the confidence. This is a kid who's been groomed by Deion Sanders himself. He's played under immense pressure at Colorado. He's been in the spotlight his entire life. The bright lights of the NFL? That doesn't scare him. Cleveland's dysfunction? He can handle it. And here's the thing that nobody is talking about. Todd Monken specifically said he wants his coaching staff completed by Friday, this week. Why the rush? Because they're making moves, big moves. They're not just hiring a defensive coordinator, they're building an entire infrastructure to support a new era of Browns football. Speaking of defensive coordinator, let's dive into that for a second because it's fascinating. There are 7 reported candidates for the DC position. 3 of them have experience in Jim Schwartz's defensive system, the system the Browns have been running. 4 of them do not, and that's raising eyebrows all over Cleveland. Todd Monken has said he wants to keep the same system because the team was specifically built for it. They've got press corners, they've got penetrating defensive tackles, they don't have a big nose tackle to stop the run. They're built for Jim Schwartz's attacking, aggressive, chaos-creating defense. It works. The Browns' defense has been hellacious. They've been one of the best units in the NFL. So why interview candidates who don't have experience in that system? Unless they're planning to tweak things, unless they're planning to evolve, unless they're giving themselves options.
Coach at the time, and he also has been here before, and Romeo Crennel. So
I think Undlin is the favorite to get this job. I think the fact that he does have familiarity with the Jim Schwartz system. And I mean, that Houston Texans, even they ran similar scheme, pretty much same scheme. And they were hellacious on the defensive side of the football, just like the Cleveland Browns. I think Corey Undlin is the front runner to collect this job. I think the two in-house guys.
The favorite right now? Corey Undlin, most recently with the Houston Texans as their defensive backs coach. Houston runs the same Schwartz system. Their defense was nasty this year. And here's the kicker. Undlin worked with Schwartz when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. He's got the championship pedigree. He's got the experience. And he spent 2 years in Jacksonville with, guess who? Todd Monken. They've got history together. They've got chemistry. They trust each other. Undlin knows how Monken operates. Monken knows how Undlin coaches. This feels like a done deal. But here's what makes this entire situation so emotional for Browns fans. They're watching their team get completely dismantled. Players they loved, gone. Players they invested in emotionally, cut. Players who gave everything for that orange and brown, shown the door. David Njoku saying goodbye on Instagram, that hurt. Devin Bush potentially walking away after an incredible season, that stings. Jerome Ford, who's been a solid contributor for 4 years, getting replaced by rookies, that's tough to swallow. Cleveland fans have been through so much. The factory of sadness, the parade of quarterbacks, the years of losing, the false hope, the crushing disappointments. They finally thought they had something with Deshaun Watson, and that turned into the biggest disaster in recent NFL history. And now they're watching another rebuild, another trust the process moment, another wait till next year situation. But you know what? Maybe this time it's different. Maybe Jimmy Haslam finally learned his lesson. Maybe Andrew Berry finally has a real plan. Maybe Todd Monken is the coach who can turn this franchise around. Maybe Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback who brings Cleveland its first Super Bowl. Maybe. And that's what keeps Browns fans coming back. That maybe, that hope, that belief that this time things will be different. The veterans being cut, that's painful. The roster being gutted, that's scary, but it's also necessary. You can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. Cleveland tried the veteran approach. They tried the big money free agent signings. They tried the blockbuster trade for a franchise quarterback. None of it worked. So now they're going young. They're going hungry. They're going with players who have something to prove. And at the center of it all, a new head coach with a vision, a new defensive coordinator with a championship pedigree, and potentially a new franchise quarterback with unlimited potential. The Shedeur Sanders era in Cleveland is officially beginning. The pieces are being moved, the board is being set, and the NFL better watch out because a motivated, rebuilt, hungry Cleveland Browns team with nothing to lose and everything to prove, that's dangerous. This isn't just a rebuild, this is a revolution, and we're watching it happen in real time. So there you have it. The Cleveland Browns are making massive moves, and the NFL landscape is about to shift. What do you think? Is cutting Devin Bush the right move? Should Jerome Ford stay? Is Shedeur Sanders really coming to Cleveland? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you made it this far, you're exactly the type of passionate football fan we need in this community. So do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and let's build the best football community on YouTube together. New content every day covering the biggest NFL stories you need to know about. Until next time, keep grinding, keep believing, and remember, in the NFL, anything can happen.